evening. Can you hear me? Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay, success. Fine. Let me explain yesterday's assignment. Good evening, all of you. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the chat box. Uh, so this can be done in so many ways, not only this way. And many students submitted in different ways. Okay, so everything is fine. That's not an issue at all. And I hope you understand everyone, because almost 75% students submitted the assignment. Thank you all of you. Anyway, let me talk to them. The first assignment I have given the question like I have to print the question like 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5. So according to yesterday's what I have discussed yesterday in the class, the same model it will be used for all the programs. Okay, that's the reason only I'm telling in this way. Okay, but you can do in a lot of ways. That's not an issue at all. But simple changes required. That means, for example, whenever I asked about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, so if you just change one single line itself, you will get the different results. Okay, so let me explain first question. 1 minute. Let me take drawings. Very good evening. Very good evening. Okay. So let me run this program, then I will explain. If you have any more doubts, I think it will clear today itself. Okay. So then I will move to the today's topics. We have some important concepts today, and we will move to the while loop also. Let me run this first. So I would like to give 5 rows. Okay. If you would like to give 6, it will find not. If you will get 6 up to 6. So the question I asked 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, 3. That means 3 times 3 in third row. 3 will be printed 3 times. Fourth row, 4 will be printed 4 times. 5 will be printed 5 times. Okay. So this is the question I have given to you. So anyway, so let me explain now. I will take an example now. So I am taking 5. I am taking number 5. So just taken that n equal to 5. So n equal to 5. So number of rows. These are number of rows. So you should clear. I will give one more example here. You should clear with one value for I in range of 0, comma 5 I am doing. let me print of I. First you should understand this line itself, then only you will understand what the program will be. Okay, so now I'm getting 0 1 2 3 4. That means I, whenever I'm giving range 0 comma 5 means I started from 0 and then I will be automatically incremented to 1, I will be incremented to 2, and I will be incremented to 3, I will be incremented to 4, and it will stop. Okay, so this is the meaning. First you have to understand clearly, then only you will understand the entire program very easily. So let me explain now. So now I'm taking number equal to 1. Number equal to 1. I'm taking number equal to 1. That means whatever the number I'm printing the variable here. So I'm in some students are doing that they are printing I itself. Okay, that is also fine. That's not an issue at all. Okay, for easy understanding only I'm telling this way. Okay, for that means one stone three birds అంటారు చూడండి, అలా ఆ విధంగా నేను నిన్న చెప్పిన ప్రోగ్రామ్ కి మోడల్లోనే అర్థమయ్యేలా చెప్తున్నానండి, అంత మించి వేరే ఏమీ లేదు. ఓకే, so let me complete now. For I in range of 0 comma 5, that means now I will iterate from 0 to 4. Now I will iterate from 0 to 5. Okay, 0 to 5 in the sense 0 to 4 here, what I mentioned just now. Okay, so now I value is 0. Now I value is 0. Now I value is 0. Please wait, guys. 1 minute, boss. Please wait. Please wait. Okay. 1 minute. Trying to take some time, so that's the reason I'm taking some external tools. Okay, so now I'm taking I equal to 0. That means I equal to 0 to 5 means the first value I will be taken as 0 only. Next, for j in range of 0 comma I plus 1, that means j range is 0 comma, okay, I plus 1, that is 6. That means it will iterate 5 times. But the first time whenever it is entering into the loop, the j value will be 0 itself. J value will be 0 itself because it will start from 0, right? So that's the reason. Now I am printing the number and with space. So what is the number I am assigning? 1. Now it will be printed on the output screen. Hope you understand. But the for loop will iterate from 0 to 6, right? 0 to 6. So that means here it will execute the body again. Okay, it will execute the body again. So here whenever it is whenever the jth loop iterates start. Okay, so now 0 I plus 1, I value is 0 only, right? I value basically I'm taking, okay, here n is 5 na, what is not 0 6 here, so wrong answer. J ranges from 0 comma I plus 1, I value is 0, right? 0 plus 1. Okay, so this is not right. I taken n value as 5. Okay, so anyway, so once again I will repeat again. For I in range of 0 comma n means, so I ranges from 0 comma 5. I ranges from 0 comma 5, but it will take 0th value in I first time, in the first attempt. Then enter into the inner for loop. This is called inner for loop. Okay, and this print statement is inner printf body. This is outer printf body. This line and this line. Okay, you should remember, because based on the indentation only you have to understand, because there is no curly braces here, right? So that's the reason you may confuse. That's the reason only I'm telling so many times. Okay, so now I will give like so j in range of 0 comma I plus 1. So I value is 0, right? So 0 plus 1 means 1. That means 0 comma 1 means loop will be iterated only one time. Jth value is 0, because whenever I'm taking 0 equal 0 comma 5 means it will iterate from 0 to 4, right? That means whenever I'm giving 0 comma 1 means it will iterate only one time. So the number will be printed one time only. After that loop will be exited. Okay, loop will exit and it will go to the number equal to number plus 1. Number plus equal to 1 means number equal to number plus 1. So the number whatever I am taking is 1. Here already it is there. So now it will becomes 2. So let me take number value is 2. So I am taking like number equal to 2 now. Next, so for I in range of 0 comma n, again it will take the loop from 0 comma 5. Okay, so and it is enter into the for j loop, j in range of 0 comma 2. Now the loop becomes 2 here. Okay, so I plus 1 means the loop becomes 1 minute. Let me check 1 minute. Okay, fine. So here I value is 0 only. 1 minute. Okay. So now here the loop will become I value will be incremented now. In the previous line it is taken as I equal to 0, right? So whenever it is entering into the after number plus equal to 1, now I value becomes 1. You should understand this. Okay, so I value is 1. So now the loop will start from 1 to 5, right? So that is called 1 comma 5, like that. Okay, so it is now it is which is only you just understand 0 comma 5 like that. You just trace from 0 to 5. That means I will take 0 1 2 3 4 like that. Okay, you should understand like that, then only will better know. Okay, so let me continue with j in range of 0 comma I plus 1. So j in range of 0 comma I plus 1 means now j value, it is inner for loop. So inner for loop means it will take jth loop from 0 comma I plus 1. I value is 1. So 1 plus 1 means 2. So 0 comma 2 means now jth loop will be iterated 2 times for j equal to 0 and j equal to 1. You should understand in this way. That's better. J equal to 0 and j equal to 1. But first it will take 0, j equal to 0 only. Na? So it will enter into the loop, print number. So you already know number is incremented, right? So number 2 will be printed with space. So number 2 will be printed with space. So now it will get the output like this. Okay. After that, it will go back to the jth loop again. So now in this case, j value 0 is completed and now j value is taken as 1. So now j value is 1 means again the print number will be printed. So you already get the space also. So what is the number value here? 2 only. So I'm getting 2 again. So then after that, so loop will be ended. Jth loop will be ended because 0 comma 2 means it iterates 2 times. So 0 comma 1. So that's fine already, right? So then it will move to the number plus equal to 1. Number is already 2 now. So 2 plus 1 means it will be 3. It will be 3. Otherwise I'm writing here number equal to 3 now. Okay. So then I'm taking like 1 minute. Here it will enter into the ith loop now. So for I in, so we have already completed for 0. We have already completed for 1. So this is actually 0 comma 5 means 0 to 5. That means 0 loop and 1 iteration is already completed. Now I will take value as 2. Okay. So we already printed 2 lines. Anyway, I will explain third line also. Then you will better know. Okay. So I equal to 2 now. Now j in range of 0 comma I plus 1. Now jth loop will be started from 0 comma 3. So what is meant by 0 comma 3 means I plus 1 is 2 plus 1 3, but it will iterate j value 0 3 times. Okay, and j value 1 and j value 2. So total 3 times the loop will be iterated. Okay, so now it will take print num of n equal to space. So what is the number value now? Number value is 3, right? So right now it will printed with space first time for j equal to 0 condition. Okay, now again it will execute. Okay, now again it will execute for jth loop. Now jth value will be 1 now. Okay, now jth value will be 1 now. 1 minute. Okay, so now jth loop will be 1 now. So in this case number will be printed again. So number is printed again, right? 3 will be printed here. Now jth value will be 2 now. That means that is third iteration actually. So again the number will be printed like it third only. Okay, so in this way again jth loop will be terminated and number equal to number plus 1 means number equal to will be 4 now. So that's the reason it will printed 4 times. This is called jth loop is inner for loop, I is inner outer for loop. Okay, you should understand this. So hope it is clear to you all of you. If you have any doubts, please mention in the chat box. And in the same way I'm writing this code. Last program. So that is a. So this is the program. Let me print it the output first. I'm giving number of rows 5. So I'm getting the output from starting line itself. Okay, but still some students submitted in 2-3 lines only. but you will get the output in the first line is space only. Okay, but don't do like that. It's not a good practice at all. Okay, even though it is printed like 5 lines only, but it will consider 6 lines. But some students are entering number of rows is 7, but they are getting 6 only. So they are getting different answers. We are getting different answers when I checked your mail. Okay. So anyway, so number equal 65. Why I am taking 65? Because A is a same. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute, guys. I would like to tell you one more thing. Here, number plus equal to 1 is a outer for loop, right? If I am just printing that number plus equal to 1 with tab, that means inner for loop. Okay. What is the output now? So see here. Now I will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We can do different ways. So just only single line changing. Okay. That means I am changing the outer for loop number plus equal to 1 within the inner for loop. Now I am getting easily, right? So these are the various ways. You should practice. Okay. So in the Colabas Spider, you should practice. Then only you will understand better. Okay. So then I would like to move to the next question. Yes, Moni. Correct, Monica. Okay. So now I would like to take this is the program. So the same question only. I don't want to take more time. Okay. So because we have to complete a lot of concepts, and tomorrow I'm having MSET exam duty also. Okay. So hope you understand once. So let me complete first. So it is taking number of rows. I'm taking 5. I'm taking 5. So now n is 5. Now n is 5. So now it will take number equal to 65. So it is the same program like what I have explained yesterday. Number equal to 65 I'm taking because the ASCII value of 65 is capital A. For I in range of 0, n. That means the I will start from 0, n. So n means 5. So that means the loop will iterate from ith 0 to 4. I equal to 0 to 4. You should understand carefully about this. Then only you will understand clearly. Okay. For j in range of 0, I plus 1 means jth loop will be iterated, 0, I plus 1. 0, I value is 0. I value is 0. 0 plus 1 means 1. That means the jth loop will be first iterated only one time because j equal to 0 will be taken in the first iteration. Okay. So if you just print j here, you can understand what it is itself. Okay. So then ch equal to chr of num. Ch equal to chr of num. So yesterday I already discussed about this. Chr of num means it will print the ASCII character of the particular character. But a equal to 10 means the 10 is stored in a. In the same way, here the number of character, that means 65 character will be stored in ch. So this is you have to print. If you have to think like this. So now it will print ch value. So ch value a will be printed in the first time. So after that it will be jth loop. That means it will be iterated only one time. J equal to 0 means it will be iterated to one time only. So it skips from this loop. It will enter into the number equal to number plus 1. Number equal to 65 earlier. It will be 66 now. It will be 66 now. So once again the ith loop will be iterated. Now in the previous case I value is 0. Now the I value will be 1. Okay. And it will j range starts from 0, I plus 1. That means j 0, 2. I plus 1 means I value 1, right? So j 0, 2. That means loop will be iterated 2 times. J equal to 0 and j equal to 1. Okay. So that's the reason here character of number means now number is taken as 66. CHR of 66 means B will be printed first time. After that space will be printed. Again it will loop iterate for j equal to 0 iteration is completed. J will be equal to 1. It will print the B value. So this is the way to print the program. Okay. Hope you understand, guys. So today I will like to move to while loop. Before going to move while loop, I will explain some more concepts in for loop because for loop and while loop are basic. Okay, basics, very basics. Okay, while doing program, because whenever you are very good at for loops and while loops and nested loops. Now I am discussing about nested loops. Actually, nested loop in the sense one loop contain the another loop is nothing but a nested loop. So here you can easily check the for loop is having the another for loop, right? So that is called nested for loop. So actually in the syllabus they mentioned after while loop, but anyway I have explained it just now itself because for better understanding purpose only. Okay. So hope you understand, guys. I will move quickly. So almost 250 plus students are there. So thank you, guys. Today is September 16th, right? Okay. So actually these are topics not covered in syllabus itself, but I'm telling because of all the second CSC students and also for the seniors who are looking for the jobs. Okay, so that's the reason only I'm telling. So in the syllabus they did not mention anything about this. So using else statement with for loop, so that's an excellent concept, you know. So in C language and C++, we don't have this concept because so you can declare a else statement before the if condition only. So it's mandatory, you know already, right? So if else or else if ladder, okay, whatever it may be, if the if condition is there, then only you have to use else. If you're declaring without if, so else will take a error message, okay, even in C language or Java, whatever it may be. So just now I have written completely here. You can read by using here. Unlike languages like C, CPP, we can use else for loops. Here, else for loops. That means not only for loops, not only for loop, it will be used for loop and also while loop. That means you can declare the else statement for while loop and for loop also. Okay, in Python, it is possible, guys. Okay, so when the loop condition of for or while statement fails, so you should understand clearly. When the loop condition of for or while loop fails, then code part in else is executed. That means whatever the code you written in the else part, that will be executed. Okay, if break statement is executed inside for loop, then the else part is skipped. I think the faculty may don't know about what is a break and all. So actually the topics not covered in the syllabus, but I will tell you, no problem. The break is a keyword which is whenever it is presented in the loop will be skipped for that particular condition. That means, for example, if I am giving a break statement, if whenever the break statement is encountered in a for loop, it will skip from that loop. Okay, I will explain in the example, so don't worry. So in the same way we have continue keyword also. In the same way we have continue keyword also. It is opposite to break actually. It means that the particular iteration will be skipped and the next iterations will be continued. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so note that else part is executed even if there is a continue statement. Okay. So and the basic idea of that a code in else block runs only if the loop completes without encountering a break statement. Okay. It is a I'm giving a interesting feature. I'm giving like an interesting feature of Python is able to attach an else block to a loop. So it is a really good feature actually. Okay. So in the bank websites, many students are having they are having online bank accounts. Okay. So if you are attempting the password, if you are entering the wrong password 3 times, so you will get a message like 3 incorrect password attempts and your account is locked for 24 hours. It will display like that. Okay, I'm just taking a real-time example for better understanding purpose. Okay, so let me explain this. So actually I have to move to while loop, but I am telling this for your future. Okay, so it may use it definitely. Okay, I am giving for I in range of 3. Why I am taking range of 3? So because I just now I told that whenever you are usually in the bank website, if you enter the 3 passwords wrong time, even in the ATM also, if you type the password 3 times, the account will be locked for 24 hours on that day itself, right? So why I am taking 3 means for 3 attempts. That means 0. That means I will be iterated from 0, 1, 2. You already know, right? So that means whenever I'm taking range of 10 means it will print from 0 to 9. That means obviously it will print 10 only. Okay, the loop will start from 0 only. That's the reason Python itself it started that if loop will be started from 0. So range of 3 means it does not take only 2 types. Okay, it will take three times. Okay, so now let me write it. I equal to 0. The first will be I equal to 0 only now. So I am taking I equal to 0. Password equal to input enter password. You have to read the password. You are entering the password. Okay. So I'm telling I'm actually I'm just for understanding purpose only I'm telling here. Actually we need a database to store our passwords first. So we have to retrieve that particular password in the here only. Okay. But if there is no database here, let me write it here. My password is secret. Okay. So my password itself is a secret word. Okay, so if my password I am entering like secret equal to secret, then the condition will be true. So then it will be, you guess the password and break means else statement will not be executed, it will be skipped from for loop. That means you guess the password, that means login successful, or you can put any message like that. Okay, so this is the way. So and in the zeroth iteration, in the first itself I am giving a secret equal to secret means you guess the password, the break statement will not be uncounted. So now let me give like I'm not entering the password like secret. I'm giving like 1 2 3 4 5 like that. I'm entering the password. I'm entering the wrong password. I know already. Okay. So 1 2 3 4 not at all equal to secret. Then these two statements will be skipped. Okay. These two statements will be skipped, but it will not enter into the else script. Okay. Because here after you have to read 3 right. You have to read 3 right. That means whenever if condition is not matching, okay, then it will move to the for loop again, because these are all the statements in the for loop. After completion of the all the statements only, whenever the condition will be false, that means I value reach to 3, then only the for loop will be skipped to else, right? So in the same way, it will not work now. Right now I value will be 1. If I am giving like a second time I am giving like Kumar password instead of 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 double equal to secret, that means condition again false. Then again it will take range, it will take a third attempt. Okay, you are entering the third attempt, you have to very careful about it right now. So I'm entering wrong password again. Then it will check to the else part, 3 incorrect password attempts, it will be displayed like this. It's a real time. You can even in the TCS code beta website also, if you enter the wrong password 3 times, it will be locked automatically. So let me check it right now itself. Okay, so this is the best feature in the Python. We have the facility to else. We have the facility to else. Okay, 1 minute guys. Okay, enter the password. I'm giving secret directly. I'm giving first secret. Now the I'm guessing the password, right? You guess the password. That is the output only, because secret equal to secret. I'm getting in the first attempt only. I'm getting success, right? So let me execute it again. Enter the password. I forgot my password. Okay, so I'm giving like I'm Kumar. So I just forward my password. I will enter 1 2 3 4 5. No, my password is PVC. Yes, I think so. Now 3 incorrect password attempts. It will be displayed else block. So this is the best feature. I think a real-time example for understanding purpose only. I'm taking this. Okay. So hope you understand, guys. Is it good or bad? I think it's very interesting, right? Okay. So why are so dull today? Please, you should be very active, guys. Okay, you should be very active. So then only I will tell these examples more and more. Okay. So I'm giving this code again. Okay, I will forward the notes anyway, no problem, guys. So for in range of 3 enter password, you make an incorrect guess 3 times in a row. The message from the else will be printed. Okay, so that means if you're giving like enter password, I'm giving password 1. I'm giving password 2. I'm giving password 3. That means 3 password I have entered wrong only. That means it will printed like 3 incorrect passwords. Okay, so if you guess the correct password secret in your 3 tries, that means 3 attempts. Okay, then the message from the else block will not be printed. So enter the password. I'm giving password in the first attempt. I'm just giving the secret in the second attempt. You get the password that is printed. Okay, else block will not be executed at all. So let's kick first. That is while loop. Okay. So now today I would like to discuss about the while loop. Okay? So we have completed the for loop concepts, but let me know. I will give so many examples. Okay. So in the future, no problem at all, because for loop and while loop plays a major role, and it will give you whatever the example you are with the Armstrong number, or a like a Armstrong number or reverse number, whatever it may be. So loops will be very important, right? So that's the reason I will give assignments, no problem. Okay, don't worry. And I will explain today also some more examples in the while loop. Then we will understand those questions will be converted into for loop itself. Okay, so you have a basic idea, right? So while loop in Python. So this is very similar to C language and C++. Okay, because there is no much difference compared to the for loop. Okay, so for loop is syntax is completely different in Python, but while loop is somewhat similar to C language and Java itself. Okay, so while loop, while we have to prefer while loop and when we have to prefer for loop. So just now I told that for loop will be taken when only we know the number of iterations you should know in priorly. Then only you should prefer for loop. But when we have to choose while loop, so while loop iterates a block of statements repetitively. Okay, so until the given condition returns false, it's very important. Okay, that means whenever it returns false, only then only it will be skipped. Okay, it's just not like a range of 10. It will not do like that. Okay, so it is completely different, guys. Okay, so this means when while loop first checks the given condition, and if condition is true, then it executes the block of statements inside the while loop. Whenever the condition returns false, it breaks out the loop and executes the next immediate line of code. So this is the concept actually. And we use it while loop and when we don't know the number of times to iterate. This is very important, guys. Okay, even in the interviews point of view, when we have to prefer for loop and while loop, if they ask question like that, okay, when we know the number of times, the loop will be iterated number of times. For example, let me take an example. Print a program 1 to 10 numbers. That means you have to iterate the loop for 10 times, right? So you already know the logic, right? So then you have to better to move to the for loop only. But if you don't know the how many iterations you have to complete, then you should prefer the while loop. Okay, so anyway, let me take the syntax of the while loop. So while of expression, while is a keyword. Okay, so you should written in lowercase letters. For is also a keyword, and here expression, that means expression is a condition itself. So list of statements, and colon is mandated like curly braces. So this is the file flowchart of while loop. Let me write while is a keyword. I should be written in lowercase letters only. So please wait this. I will change somewhat. Okay, fine. Next, so enter while loop. It is entering into the loop. Test condition is true, then it executes the body of the loop. Okay, so that means after that again it will check the condition, as like for loop is doing, right? Okay, when until the condition is false, the test expression is always repeated. That's why it is called as a repetition structure. Okay, so while loop always iterates. Okay, so like this example. Okay, I will give you an example, then it will execute the loop. So let me move. I'm giving a simple example, guys. Printing of 1 to 10 numbers using while loop. Okay, so it's very easy. I don't want to write here. I will directly write like this. So let first take I equal to 1. That means initialization is mandatory, guys. Okay, initialization is mandatory. Let me take while space I less than or equal to 10. Okay, I less than or equal to 10. Just give print of I. That means you have to print 1 to 10, right? So that means 1 less than or equal to 10. The condition is true now. That means 1 will be printed. After that, you have to increment I value. There is no increment operators, right? You can give I equal to I plus 1. That's all. Okay. You can also write like this, I plus equal to 1 also. That should be better because you don't want to repeat the variable again. So that means I plus equal to 1 means I equal to I plus 1. That means whenever you are writing these 2 lines code in this while loop means, so you are entering into the block and this block should be closed here. So that means I plus equal to 1 means now I value will be 2. After that I value will be 2, again it will check the condition. Okay, so now I earlier 2 1 is there, so now I becomes 2 right now. So 2 less than or equal to 10, 2 less than or equal to 10, again it is true now. So again it is true means now I becomes 2 only. So it will print already, print means it will take already by default /n will take, right? So 1 will be printed in the next line, now I value will be printed like 2 only. So again I plus equal to 1 means I value will be 3. So it will print up to 10 less than or equal to 10. Whenever I value is 11 less than or equal to 10 condition fails, then only it will skip from while loop. This is the just 4 lines you may required, okay, for printing the 1 to 10 numbers. But in the same way, if you are doing like in the C language or Java, you have to give header files, you have to give main, you have to give curly brace, because while loop does not takes more than 1 line if you does not have any curly braces, right? Okay, let me execute it. If I am getting the correct answer, my program is correct. Okay, so I'm getting the output like 1 to 10. You can see here, I'm getting like 1 to 10. Sir, if you are getting the question like you print the question from 1 to 20 with space, 1 to 20 with space, you can print 1 to 200 or whatever it may be. That's not an issue at all. And equal to, you just give a space, then you will get the 1 to 20 numbers. Okay, in with space of like this. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5, you will get 20 also. Okay, because I'm giving less than or equal to now. So if I am removing equal to itself, it will not print 20. That's all. It's basically it is mathematics only. Programming is very easy and fun. Okay, so now I'm getting 1 to 19. Okay, if the question is asking like print from 0 to 19, then you should give 0. That's all. It's not an issue at all. Okay, if the question is asking like print the numbers from 50 to 100, then give 50 here and give 100 here. That's all. So it's not a problem at all. Okay, it's very easy. You have to think. You have to think. Okay. So I'm getting 50 to 100. So you can count here 50, 51, 52, 61, 75. No number is missing, right? So that's all. So this is called while loop. Okay. Next. So I have already given in the notes, no problem. So let me move to the quick faster. I have given an example in the earlier to print the multiplication table of a given number. Okay. So now I will copy the code because I don't want to waste time. Okay. So just now the earlier example I have practiced for your purpose. Okay. So if the question is asking like I would like to print. Okay. 1 minute, guys. Before going to that, I would like to give. If the question is asking like I don't want to print 1 to 10 numbers, I would like to print my name 10 times using while loop. So then what I have to change here, guys, what I have to change, that means my question is that I would like to print my name 1 to 10 times, okay, by using while loop. Then what I have to change? Nothing. I is not mandatory, guys. I is not mandatory here. Yes. Some students are still saying I equal to Kumar. Why I equal to Kumar? I is an integer, right? Why I have to take? Yes. Very good, guys. Very good. Now we are coming to the point, right? So don't confuse, guys. Don't confuse. Okay, you can also done using star operator. That's not an issue. But I am asking about while loop. Okay. So just give in double quotes my name. That's all. Okay. Nothing will be changed, Ross. Nothing will be changed. Okay. I'm just giving my name, that's all. Okay. So now I will get the output. Like, so I wanted less than equal to 10. Okay. So the first time Kumar will be printed. Again, I equal to 11. I value will be 11. So that means 11 less than or equal. That means I value will be 2. 2 less than or equal to 10. Condition true. Again, Kumar will be printed. Like this, you are getting the output, right? So it's very easy, guys. Okay. So just in place of I, you just have to give Kumar. But don't give when you are giving like I. So don't give the I in double quotes, because whenever you're giving the double quotes, it will get the particular I only in the output screen. If I'm giving like in the double quotation I, you have to understand this, because basically if you're good at programming, I don't want to repeat this actually. If I'm giving I here in the double quotes, I will get the I only in the output screen 10 times. Okay. So if you would like to retrieve the I value, I'm getting I like this. Okay. If I would like to retrieve the value of I, then I have to give I only. Okay. Don't give double quotes. Then it will give 1, 2, 3, 4 in line by line. Okay. Because by default print takes end parameter as /n. If you change the end parameter is space, then it will give the space between 1 to 10 numbers. Okay. So let me run this again. Okay. It's already getting right. It's already got the output right. So no problem. Don't worry. Okay, no worry. So let me move to the next question. So printing a multiplication table. So many students like from 30 students also in the earlier I have given a multiplication table question by using for loop. Some students like I think Vatanidi Divya, I think so. Okay. So some students use the format method and curly braces also to retrieve the particular value. Okay. So you can do like that also. So in the earlier case I have explained that I just given a num into I into like that. You can use the same concepts by using percentage d also. So this is the different way. Okay, you can do the program in lot of ways, guys. You can do the program in lot of ways. So let me explain here. So before going to that, I would like to run this program, and I would like to print a table of print a table of third table. Okay, I would like to print a table of third table. So I'm getting the 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15, 3 6 are 18. You are getting the values from 3 into 10 equal to 30. So it is just like our tables, right? So here let me take an example. I equal to 1. What is this I? So here I is a iterative variable, that's all. Okay, I'm taking a number, enter the number. That means whatever the table you have to print, this will be stored in num. So number I am taking 3. I less than or equal to 10. That means I value is 1, right? So 1, now I have to give 1 less than or equal to 10. If you want to print the table 1 to 20, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Okay, you have to, that means 3 20s are 60. For example, I'm giving like 3 20s. I'm giving like, okay, if I'm giving like 3 20s means it will 60 up to. So you can retrieve up to 60 means you have to change the condition up to 20. That's all. This is very easy, right? So print percentage d into percentage d. Here it is x only. It is not a star symbol, because in the tables you are getting in the x only, na? So that's the reason, because there is no cross symbol. So I'm just using X only. It does not perform any operation. It's just like a just like a character only. So first I'm giving like percentage of num comma I comma num into I. That means percentage D means here num value will be printed. What is the num value? Num value I'm taking is 3. So that's the reason I'm getting first is 3. After that into is getting like I'm giving this operator, and after that I. So this is called I. So I means I'm taking the first starting from 1. So that's why it is getting 3 into 1. After that num into I. That means this is star. It is mandatory because of multiplication. What I'm getting the right side values. These are getting only because of this operation. Num into I. Num into I stands for number is 3. 3 into I. That means 3 star 1 it returns 3 automatically. So that's the reason I'm giving percentage here. I'm giving num into I here. Okay. So now it will iterate from I equal to I plus 1. So in the earlier this line is printed in the output screen. Now I value will become now 1 and it will become 2 now. I value will become 2 now. So now it will iterates from while loop again, because whenever the condition is completed this part, it will move to the while condition again. This is the purpose of a while statement. Okay. So now it will I come num into I, but number is already fixed 3 only, 3 into, but I iterated, right? I value is 2 now. That's the reason I'm getting in the second line I'm getting 3 into 2. So 3 star 2 equal to 6. So this is the way you are getting. I hope these all are very, if you are good at C language and Java, you are already familiar with this. Okay. I don't want to waste your time. So let me run this again. Okay. Let me run this again. I'm changing instead of 1, I'm giving 20 also. And I am running the program. So I would like to print the table of 5. Okay. I would like to print the multiplication table of 5 right now. So please wait, it is taking some time. So I'm getting up to 5 into 20 equal to 100. Okay. You have to think like this. Okay. So but this is not mandatory. Just now I told that it is not mandatory. You cannot use this percentage. Okay. And some students may got doubt like, so if we are giving I comma num, what will happen, sir? Nothing will happen. Instead of 5 into 1s, it will display 1 into 5, 1, 2 into 5 like that. In table, you use it to specify like 5 in 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10. You will read like that only. Not 1 5s are 1 5, 2 5s are 10, 3 5s are 10. So that means whenever you are giving the order num comma I, instead of you are giving like I comma num, I am giving like I comma num. What will happen? Just see the output. You will get the difference. That anyway you will get the correct result only in the right side part. Okay. So let me give 10 only. Now I'm giving 5. I'm getting 1 5 sir 5, 2 5 sir 10. I'm getting like this. Okay. This is not a correct idea, right? Because you can see the tables book. It will not get the printing like this. Okay. So that is our program now. So it can be done in so many ways. So let me write here print. I'm writing a new line. I just want to print first. Okay. I just want to print first num. Okay. Num. And I am specifying in the double quotes x num into, I have to give comma. Instead of using the percentage, you can write this in the general way also. So num comma num into comma. Okay, num into I. So num into I. Okay. So again you have to give double quotes or single quote, whatever it may be. You have to give equal to num into I equal to. Okay. So num into I. So I am writing instead of this line, I am just deleting this line. Okay. So let me run it again. Once I will check once. Is it correct, guys? I have to change anything. Once please check, guys. So once again I will tell you num into I. Okay, that means number will be printed here, and after that I will be printed here, and after that equal to number. Is it fine? Yes, correct. Okay, fine. Thank you, guys. Thank you for confirmation. Okay, sometimes I may get a doubt like this. Okay, so that's not an issue. Let me run this question. Let me run this logic right now. So now I will give the 5th table or 6th table or 12th table or 100 table also you will get. Okay, not because there is no limit here, right? So okay, some comma is missing, right? So that's the reason I am asking you. Anyway, So I'm just missed the comma. That's the reason I'm getting a syntax error. Okay, so now I'm getting the output, right? Enter the number. Whenever you're doing the program, if you're getting the errors, means you are learning something. That means I learned my programming skills because of errors only. Okay, you should understand. Okay, so I'm giving like fifth table. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 threes are 15. It will display like that. Okay, that means instead of this line, what I'm giving, guys, what I'm giving. So if any students are doubt about, I think very CSE students are very familiar with this logics. I'm telling because of some other students are also there. So that's the reason why I'm telling. If your students are not good at this logics, you should forget this. You should forget this. That's not an issue at all. In the output, you have to get number. That means number. You have to give first number. Don't give double quotes, because if you're giving the double quotes, it will get num only in the output screen. But I have to get into symbol. So that's the reason I'm giving X symbol in double quotes. Comma is giving the space automatically in Python. And I am giving I. Why I am giving I here? Because I value started from 1. It will printed here 1 like this. Okay. And after that equal to have to get. But equal to is a string like this. That's the reason I am giving in double quotes or single quote, whatever it may be. And num into 5. Here, that means num into 5 means num into 5 will be calculated. That means number value is 5 and into 1. That means 5 ones are 5. That means the main calculation part is here only. Okay. But what is the purpose of I equal to I plus 1? I will be iterated for first line. Now I have to get a 5 into 2 equal to, right? So that's the reason I'm giving I equal to I plus 1, or you can give I plus equal to 1. That's not an issue at all. So then it will go to the, again, after I value 2, it will check 2 less than or equal to 10. So 2 less than or equal to 10 is true. Then again it will print 2 into, so that means number 3 into 2 equal to, that means 5 into 2 equal to 10. It will be displayed like this. Okay. So this is the one of the specifying like by extended. So many students are doing lot of ways in the whatever the assignments I have given. I am very happy about that. So please guys, I think only some students are submitting the assignment, even though you are attending, more than 265 students are there today. So but unfortunately only except second CSE students, so 65 students are submitting the assignment. Please guys, if you're doing like this, I will just simply send the material to the those who are those who are completing the assignments. Okay, so I will think like that way. So don't do like that, guys. Okay, thank you, Priyanka and Monica. So yes, Raja, correct. Okay, so and Monica, Surya. Okay, Navika is giving some line. Okay, so instead of giving this one line is giving by Navika is giving one answer. So let me write it here. I will copy here. So Navika is doing like this. So just now I told Vadne and Divya also doing like this in the for loop example. So she is doing like this. Okay, you can do so many ways, guys. You can do it so many ways. Okay, so if you're doing like this, okay, I'm also very happy because you are doing all the methods, right? Whatever I discussed. So in the earlier I have used a string dot format method. When I'm telling about the string data type, okay, so I used the dot format method. So this dot format method is telling that whenever you are assigning a placeholder, these are called placeholder. So 0 star 1 2 means this means the first value is allocated to 0, the second value is allocated to 1, and third result will be sent to 2. So this is called a dot format method. Okay, so she is a good student and second CSE B section student is sending this answer. So let me run it. So she sent the using chat box. So that's the reason I'm running again. You can do in lot of ways, guys. You can do lot of ways. So let me run it. It is taking so much time today. Why consider is taking so much time? It is okay. It is getting error. Why it is getting error? I equal to I plus 1. So is there any bracket missing? Okay. Bracket is missing. So let me write it here. Okay. So let me run it again. Next. Okay. Enter the number. I'm getting an output right now. So I'm giving a fourth table. 1 minute, it is getting error again. Why it is getting int object is not callable? Why it is getting format of num comma? Okay. Here I have to give comma, right? So here I have to give comma. Okay, no problem. So don't worry. Let me give again. So enter the number. I would like to give fifth table or okay, whatever, maybe 5 star 1 equal to 5. So she is using star operator here. Okay, so that's why it is getting 5 into 1, 5 2 10, 5 3 3 15 like that. If you remove instead of star operator, you can just do into symbol here. You can run the same program. Okay, because this is already in string format, right? So you can give any symbol. So now I'm giving fourth table. 4 into 1 equal to 4, 4 to 8, it will be done like this. Okay, hope you understand, guys. These are the various methods. That's the reason I told in detailed manner, because why I am using dot format method, because in some interviews they may ask. Okay, so print a multiplication table using dot format method, then what should you do? So you have to do like this. Okay, you have to know all the things. If you are studying the curriculum part, they will simply like that this line, so while loop is completed and for loop is completed within day itself. In some are doing like that. They were given a presentation, they already in the third unit. Okay, why I don't know. Okay, but I don't want to do like that, because whenever I'm teaching any subject, we have to be very careful, and all students will remain forever. Okay, so whatever we are giving the lecture like this. Okay, so thank you very much, all of you. So once again, I will, don't worry, I am not ending the class. Still I have so many papers. I am in the third paper only. I have prepared almost 8 papers today. So while loop in a list, let me move faster. So that means we have already completed list. Why we are giving list concept. Okay, now let me move. So if you would like to more, if you would like to detail manner, if you want this examples. Okay, 1 minute. Num comma I. Here I have to give num. Here I have to give I. Okay, so I will just copy paste in the your box anyway. Okay, so for better understanding purpose, just I'm sending to your chat box. You can copy the code. Okay, so I forwarded the logic again. I will move to the next. So printing the elements of a given list. So you are having a list. So if any questions asking, print a list of elements. Okay, using loop. So if they are giving the question like that, list equal to, so list is a data type in Python. You can give all the values, that means all data types values. Here I am giving 28 is string, BVC 28 is integer, BVC is a string, 98.45 is a float. I equal to 0, I am taking 0 less than or equal to 2. So 0 less than or equal to 2 means it will take 0, 1, 2. So up to 3 elements. Print list of I. So list of I means this is index. List of 0 means the first element is always stored in list of 0. That's the reason I already told what is the index and all. Why index starts from 0. The last index value is 2. Why I am telling like this? Because of you for understanding only. Okay. So now I am calling list of 0. It will print list of 0 value. After that I value becomes 1. So I equal to 0 here. I equal to I plus 1 means I value will equal to 1. Again it will check while condition. 1 less than or equal to 2. 1 less than or equal to 2. How many times the loop will be checked until the condition is false? It is getting like this. Okay, that means 0 less than or equal to 2 and 1 less than or equal to 2 and 2 less than or equal to 2. Whenever it is 3 less than or equal to 2, loop will be skipped and output will be printed like this. That is the concept only here. Let me clear the drawings and let me run it. So I will get 3 values only. This is just a program for printing list of elements. List of elements using while loop. List elements should be in square box. That's the reason I mentioned here square box. I'm getting 28 BVC 98.45. Okay, but you may get doubt why we have to give 0, sir. Why we have to less than or equal to 2? If you're giving like 1 here, if you're giving like I less than or equal to 3, what will happen, sir? It will get the output. That's not a problem at all. But you should understand one thing, because in basically whenever array or list, the index always starts from 0. If you're thinking like list of 1, it will get BVC actually. So don't do like that, because index is starting from 0 itself. That's the reason I'm giving I equal to 0. You have to think like that way. Okay, so let me move to the next topic. When working in while loop, you have to follow while infinite loop condition. Actually in the data structure subject, you are using infinite loops conditions so many times. Okay, so because in that example in linked, while you're doing a linked list example, you have to repeat the values. Or if you're using a stack program, you have to push the elements, you have to pop the elements, you have to print the elements, you have to exit from that particular loop. So in that case, it will be repeatedly you want to execute the same code. So that means whenever you are giving an infinite loop means it will ask in interviews also, what is meant by infinite loop? Infinite loop means whenever the condition is true, it will not skip from that loop. It means are always executed. Let me give you a simple example, guys. Instead of I am giving one here I am giving 0 less than or equal to 2. Okay, if I am giving like let me give instead of I'm giving like a small example, I'm just doing wrong thing. I know I'm doing wrong thing. Okay, so I'm giving like 2. Okay, I'm giving 2 here. So see guys, I'm giving wrong answer actually. I'm giving 2 here. I value is 2. 2 greater than or equal to 2. It is true. It is printing something. Okay, uh, but the list does not take more than range. Anyway, I'm giving I equal to I plus 1. I value is 3 now. Again, it will check 3 greater than or equal to 2. It is true. So how many times the list will be printed here? So this is wrong actually, because whenever I equal to 3, there is no list elements, right? So let me run it first. What will happen? Console is taking a lot of time today. Yes, I'm getting error because the index is out of range, right? So it is printing only one time. Okay, anyway, I don't want to loop here. I don't want to loop. I am just give you a simple example, guys. So here I would like to give one example. I would like to call infinite loop. That's the reason only I'm telling. But list range out of range, it will not give the value. So anyway, I will give one. Here I will give one. Instead of greater, it is a program for 1 to 10 numbers, right? So I'm giving like this. Okay, you can see here guys, you can see here. So here this is called infinite loop. Why it is called infinite loop? I am giving I value 1 greater than or equal to 1 greater than or equal to 1. It is right, absolutely correct. Print of I value will be 1. I plus equal to 1. Now I becomes 2. I becomes 1. I becomes 2. Again it will check the while loop. So again it checks the while loop. 2 greater than or equal to 1. Yes, 2 greater than or equal to 1, condition true. 2 greater than or equal to 1, condition true. Then print of I. That means print of I means again 2 will be printed. Now I value becomes 3. How many times do loop will be executed here? Even 2 is greater than or equal to 1, 3 is greater than or equal to 1, 20 is greater than or equal to 1, 28 is greater than 28,000 is greater than or equal to 1. So that means this is like infinite, right? So this is called infinite condition, but it may be depends upon some internal memory also. Okay, because whenever it reaches the long integer means the range may stop for some examples, right? Anyway, I will give you a general example also. Don't worry. So now I'm running the code. So now I'm getting the code here. You can check here. I'm getting 1 2. It may not stop because it will print 601 600. Okay, so it may not stop. Okay, but it is stopping. Till it is getting late, I think. Okay, so it is getting no problem. 2000 4000 5000. It will not stop. This is called infinite loop. 12,000 13,000 14,000 15,000. Okay, so I have to stop by using this button. Okay, you just click on this button, then it will stop. So this is called infinite loop, guys. So I think hope you understand. Or you can give while of 1 instead of that. So while of 1 means it is always true. This line will be printed infinite times. It will not stop again. Okay, let me give again. I'm giving like while of 1. Hi, we are inside of infinite while loop. I'm just giving while of 1 means the condition will not fail. Like here I'm giving like this. Here the condition will not fail. But up to infinite it is greater than or equal to 1 only. So if I'm giving while of 1, it is always true. Now let me run this line. Okay, so it will printed infinite times. It will not exit forever. Okay, it will be printed so many times. I'm getting so many times. I'm getting like we are inside the infinite loop like this. Okay, it may not stop. Okay, so you can check how many times it is printed. You can drag here. You can check like this. So while of 1 it is true always. So it's just to stop this. This is called infinite loop. You can not only give 1, you can give true. That means boolean variable is there, true. You can give true. You can give 100. You can give 50. You can give 40. You can give any 0 because I have already told that which conditions may be true, right? So you can give anything. You can give while of comma also. That's not an issue because string is a, if it is not empty, it is like infinite loop. If the condition is giving in the while loop never becomes false, then the while loop will never terminate and it turns to the infinite while loop. Any non-zero value, I'm telling any non-zero value, if you're giving 0, it will not execute. In the while loop indicates the always true condition, whereas 0 indicates the always false condition. Okay, anyway, you can just read through it, no problem. I don't want to waste your time. So while loop using numbers. So let me take one a simple example. I'm taking a lot of examples for practicing purpose. I would like to print the square of the numbers I am giving 1 to 10. So it's very easy program, guys. You should understand how I am writing the program. Okay, you are getting a question in the interview or TCS written test. Okay, you're just because in TCS Ninja is planning to conduct the test for current third year, that means current passed out, current 2021 batch students. Okay, so you may get these type of questions. In the two questions only you will get the programming. So but those are very dead easy, very dead easy. Okay, so let me give a simple example. The question is, if you're giving 10, you have to print 1 square, you have to print 2 square, you have to print 3 square, and you have to print 4 square. Up to 10 square you have to print the uh, particular program output. That is the theme of the program. Okay, so once again I'm telling, that means if you are giving the range 10, if you are giving the range 20, you have to print up to 20. Okay, that means you have to that means for example 2 square 4, 3 square 6 9, it will be get like this. Okay, I'm getting the only last values only, I'm not getting like 3 to the power of 2. I don't want to get this all these things. Okay, so this is very easy code. Just now I written like this. Okay, so let me execute it. So 1 minute guys, I will tell you how I am writing here. So basically whenever you would like to print 1 to 10 numbers, this is the code. You just think first 1 to 10 numbers code. You should understand everything. You should understand everything. If you are familiar with this code, you can understand everything. Now what my question? I have to print 1 square, I have to print 2 square, I have to print 3 square. We have the power operator now. So we don't have the power operator, exponentiation operator in C language and Java. But here one operator is there. But what I have to do here? Here what I have to give? That means I star. If I am giving I star I, what will happen? So you have to think like this. That means I would like to get the square only na. So that just give 2 only. So instead of 1 to 3 10, it will get to 1 to 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. That is 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 9, 4 square 16. I'm getting 10 square 100. That is absolutely correct. That we had 4 lines of code. That's enough, guys. So this is the way to think how the programming is easy. Okay, I think is the programming easy, guys? Please mention in the chat box, is programming easy right now? So I have to interact with you. So that's the reason why I'm asking. Yes, it's easy. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you. Hope you're understanding. Thank you very much. Let me continue. Let me continue. Okay. So yes, yes. So you are very. So let me give you clarity, guys. I would like to give you a simple example. You have to do. You have to do. Okay. So the question is. The question is. So this is the theme of the program. Write a program to check if the given number is even or odd. Okay. If even, then print the square of it, and if odd, print the odd number itself. That means, so just now I told one question, print 1 to 10 numbers squares. But this is the question, if you are giving an even number, if you are giving an even number, okay, that means you don't enter anything. The loop will start from 1 to 100. Okay, if the even number is present, then it should print the power, that is square. And if the odd number is present, it will print remain as it is. That means 1, 2 square 4, 3 will be printed as it is because 3 is odd number, 4 square 16, 5, 6 square 36, 7, 8 square 64, 9 odd number, and 10 square 200. This is the logic I have to give. So can anybody tell? And I would like to see your screen also if you are doing. I think some students are doing parallelly. I would like to see anybody from the panelists. Okay, so whatever the attendees here, some student already written the program. Wow, super. Dilip, excellent Dilip, from EC student. Okay, but you are not using loop. Just use loop once. Just use loop once. Yes, yes, very good, very good. Any students would like to share the screen? If you got the output, I will retrieve your screen. Then I stop my screen because some students are doing whenever I am telling the examples. And whoever the students are listening, you should also try with in your notes right now itself. Right now itself, please. While I less than or equal to n, it's enough, Pravalika. So once check Pravalika, it's not only enough. I think so. Yes, Ambika, you are getting. So any students would like to share the screen? If you got the output, please give me in the chat box. I will give you 2-3 minutes time. I will give 2-3 minutes time. Some Likita is writing here. Super Likita, excellent. You are running the program. So anybody would like to share your screen? Super. I already got the answers from your friends. This is the question asked in okay, Cognizant written examination AMCAT model. That's the reason only I am giving this question to you guys. Yes, Dilip, absolutely, Dilip. That is absolutely correct. Anybody? Yes, Yashashwini, very good, Yashashwini. You're a good student. Excellent. That is absolutely correct, Yashashwini. I'm getting all the answers. Anybody would like to share your screen? Anybody? I will stop my screen share. You don't need to explain, just run the program, that's all. Sharwani, yeah, good Sharwani. You're using for loop anyway, that's also good, no problem. You will have the concept of loop and if condition also, because I already told that you have to use nested if conditions, and if conditions we already repeated with decision making statements. Anyway, some students are very troubled, I think so. They are not interested to share the screen. Anyway, no problem. Nobody is telling yes. So let me execute it. So I like one program. So I got so many answers, guys. Thank you very much. You are understanding in this way. I'm very happy. So let me type here. So this is the program getting through chat box. Okay. So enter number while of I less than or equal to n. Okay. So while is a keyword. You should put in the okay. So lowercase letter I less than or equal to n. And I modulus 2 equal to 0. That means if it is a even number, it will print I into 2. That means I to the power of 2. Otherwise, it will print the number as it is. So excellent logic, guys. Excellent logic. Okay, this is programming. Today is I'm very happy today. Okay, so 1 minute, guys. I equal to 1. Why I'm getting error here? I would like to give I equal to 1. And 1 minute. Is there any change required, guys? 1 minute. Let me check. Okay, fine. Bracket is missing, right? Bracket is missing. Okay, I think in the for some student is sending, like Yashashwini is sending this question. She forget to put that. So that's not a problem at all. So now enter number. I will give 10. What will happen? One. Ayo, I am getting wrong answer again. What I have to change? Yes. I did not copy it. I think so. She'd already done. That's not an issue. So where I have to place I equal to I plus 1. So sir, just now I got infinite loop answer. Okay. So let me run it again. Enter the number. I would like to give 10 now. Yes, I got the output 1, 4, 3, 16, 5, 36. So thank you very much, all of you guys. I think almost 20 students sent the answer in the chat box. I think many students also done the output in your books also. Okay. So now tell me, is programming easy? Programming is dead easy. Okay. Just you are giving a simple example. Like if any students are not familiar, just see the program. So this is the concept of checking from 1 to 10 or whatever is the number you are entering. Okay. Why I am giving this? Because whenever I am telling about if condition, I told so many examples to check whether the given number is even or odd. So if the number is divisible by 2, it will get 0 remainder. Then that number should be is even number. That means whenever my question is that if the even number is getting I to the power of 2, that means it must be there. So that's the reason only it will. But 1 modulus 2 is not at all equal to 0. It will get into the else box, print I. That means I will be printed. That means one value will be printed. So I equal to I plus 1. Now I will move to the I will 1. It will move to the 2, and again it checks the while loop condition. Here 2 less than or equal to n. That means 2 less than or equal to n is 10. 2 less than or equal to 10 is condition true. Then it will go to the 2 modulus 2 equal to 0. Yes, 2 modulus 2 is 0 only, because
2 1 2 2 remainder is 0 only. Then it will print 2 to the power of 2, that is 2 to the power of 2 is 4. So likewise, you can also do the alternative of this program. That means, for example, if you are getting a odd number, you have to print the square. If you are getting a even number, you would like to print that number as it is. So you may get these type of models. These are the various examples you should understand carefully. So this can be done only by using loops. This is the power of loops. So let me continue. I will take another example. Program to find the sum of n natural numbers. So that means you get the formula like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on, n into n plus 1 by 2, right? So you will have this question in your intermediate or 10th class, I think so. So that means if you're giving 10, 1 to 10 numbers will be printed. 1 to 10 sum is 55. So if you're getting like 100, what will happen? That means it will take some time, right? So in the same way, if you would like to calculate the program in this way, you just take an example here. Okay, I will run this program anyway. I'm just taking this example. Okay, so to take input from the user, I'm just giving a comment line for understanding purpose. Hope you understand, guys. Sum equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 n plus 1. This can be done by using loops. If you are using n into n plus 1 by 2 formula, it's not at all a good practice, because n into n plus 1 by 2 means 10 into 10 plus 1 by 2, 10 into 11 by 2, it will get obviously 55. Okay, but that means whatever the interviewer you're asking any question like this, they will not prefer you, okay, for the job, because this is just easy step. N into n plus 1 by 2, that means you can do the any r equal to result like this, you can just perform the operations like this, but it's not a good practice at all. You should use loop. Loop and you can done the program. Let me take how I'm taking. Okay, so this is just a program. Enter for n value. If I'm giving like 10, it will give 1 to 10 number sum. Okay, it will give 1 to 10 number sum. Let me take a variable sum equal to 0. Why I am taking sum equal to 0 means, so when I am taking sum equal to sum plus I logic here, if you're not giving a 0 here, then it will take the error, because if I'm not giving here 0, it will take error. In the C language and Java, it will get actually garbage values, but here it will not happen like that. Okay, so I equal to 1 I am taking here. I equal to 1 I am taking because the loop will be operated from 1 to 10 times. Okay, I am taking n, so this is the logic only. Just I am adding a counter variable like sum equal to 0, sum plus I. That means I am adding 0 plus 1. Just I am adding 0 plus 1. So then loop update here, I equal to I plus 1. So then after loop update, I value becomes 2. I value becomes 2. Then I value becomes means sum equal to is already there. Sum equal to 0 plus 1 is first condition. That means now sum is stored like 1 only. It will not store sum equal to 0 then. So because sum is updated in the first iteration. Now whenever I value becomes 2 here, it will check 2 less than or equal to n. 2 less than or equal to 10. Yes, condition is true. Then sum equal to sum plus I means sum equal to 1 here, 1 plus 2 becomes 3 only. So in that way, it will find the sum up to 10 numbers. You can find the sum of 100 numbers also, you will get. That's not an issue at all. I'm just giving a comment line for better understanding purpose. If you remove those comment lines, you will get the program very simple manner. Okay, and just giving 10, the sum is 55. I'm getting, but you can know now 1 to 10 you can add, you will get 55. So I'm giving like 1 to 100. Okay, I'm giving like 1 to 100 now. So I'm getting 50. You can check the number 5050 with the answer. Okay, so you can do the same program using for loop also, you can try. That's not an issue at all. So this is the concepts I would like to tell you today, and we have some more concepts. Sum is not declared error. So but I'm not getting error. I think you are not declared. Okay, I'm giving already, right? So I'm giving here sum equal to 0. Yes. Okay, so anyway, okay, you're telling sum equal to 0. If you are not giving, you will get error, right? That's not an issue. So next, and we have the same concept like while loop with else also. While loop with else. Okay, so if I'm completing this, my part is completed for today. So within 2 minutes I will complete, guys. Please wait. So program to find, and what I have to do before I would like to explain this, I would like to ask you one question, guys, because from tomorrow onwards I'm having MCET examinations in the college. So yeah, I'm very busy with that exam side. What I have to do, I'm simply not doing anything. So I'm asking you guys. So almost morning session 9 to 12 is the MCET examination time. and afternoon 3 to 6 I have to be there. So basically I'm in a in charge position in the to conduct the examination. I should be there here there only. So I would like to change the timings, or shall I continue on Sunday? What I I would like to ask you guys, because if there is any gap, so you can you may forget the concept. That's the reason only I'm not involving. I'm not giving any holidays to you. So these are the exam schedules. So 17th I have exam. Say 18th exams I have. 19th, 20th not having the exam, and 21st, 22nd. So these are the so forenoon and afternoon also I have 17th and 18th. So in the morning session, almost in the morning session 9 to 12, and afternoon 5 3 to 6 means I should be available in that way only. So please suggest boss in chat box. I will take in that way. I will take in that way. So some students are taking continue on Sundays, but Sunday almost 50 students are not attended the classes. I really felt very bad because I told in the last class on Sunday almost for loop concepts. I told everything, but some students, almost 50 students, are not attended, even from second CSC students also, even though they are necessary to attend the classes. But I think many students don't know. Okay, one thing I would like to tell you guys, sir, this is the attendance we have to send to Python JNTUK. This is the attendance every day. Every week I have to send. We have to send. That means all the faculty should have to send. Okay, this is the way. So, how many students are absent? Who are the absent numbers? We have to send all this to Excel sheet. Okay, so in 17th, in on which time according to timetable I am taking. Okay, so this is the list of list I have to share. Okay, to the JNTUK. Not only me, all the JNTK region faculty members. Okay, so what topic I have covered, okay, and how many hours I have taken, how many students are absent, which roll numbers are present, which roll numbers are absent. We are sending every week, every week. This is the JNTK update actually. Okay, so but many of the students are not attending the classes. You may miss the fees reimbursement opportunity. Definitely, we are not okay. We are not here to bother you, but I'm giving a suggestion to you only. Okay, that's the reason only our chairman has suggested on Saturday. So every week we are sending the attendance to JNTK. We are not able to change the particular attendance whether you are absent through any reasons. Okay, so you don't know guys, some COVID affected students are also reasoning the class very effectively. You don't know guys, I know, because those students are represented me. So sir, I'm doing like this, but I'm attending the classes like that. But why you are doing like this, I don't know. Okay, so that's the reason only I'm asking. Change the timings. That's the reason only I'm asking. So if I tell any timings, so maybe you're comfortable with the timings. I don't know. So what I have to do? Yes, that is also fine. But actually, I have the another class at around 9 o'clock. So that's the reason only I'm thinking. Okay, take daily 2 hours. Even 1 hour is not possible up to 25th. But yes, that is a good answer. You may change the time as per your comfort, sir. Okay. Actually, my thought actually I would like to conduct around 4 to 5 in the evening session. I will teach from college itself. But at that time, second CSC students are second EC students are having Java class. So, but they are also listening. So, but anyway, you are very good. Your good. Your friends are there in CSC, right? So you can ask your credential. You can ask their credentials. You can record the. You can see the recording classes. Okay, because due to this busy works, I may upload the videos after 10 more days. Okay, so that's the reason only I'm asking. So for that purpose only I'm taking seconds. I'm thinking only for second EC students. So for second EC students, Java class is taking from 4:30 to 5:30, I think so. So that's the reason only I'm taking the classes from 5:30 to 6:30. So anyway, I will definitely take the class tomorrow from 4 to 5. I'm thinking like that. But any inspection is coming, I'm thinking like that also. So because whenever I'm doing the examinations, whenever I'm conducting the examinations in our campus, I have to be there in that lab also. So I'm thinking like that anyway. So I'm thinking like this. So otherwise, I will take the Sunday. Okay. So that is also fine. But 7 to 8, I'm telling that I have another class from 9 o'clock to 10:30. So that's the reason, because I to be I have to fresh up, and I to eat something, right. 4:15, we started 4:15, sir, because HOD sir class ends at 4:15. So you are having 4 up to 4 also, you are having classes. I don't know actually. Okay, anyway, fine. So anyway, I will think and I will message you guys, so don't worry. So I don't want to skip the class. That's the reason only I'm telling all the things. Okay. Anyway, I will tell the last concept, while loop with else. Okay. While loop with else. Let me continue in the same way whatever I explained for loop with else. Okay. So it will be work with the else statement also, with while loop also. You can do the same program what I explained in the for loop. You can do the same program by using while loop also. And here also same, break statement is encountered, it will be skipped. Okay. So I'm giving a simple example for better understanding purpose. Counter equal to 0, counter less than 3. So I'm getting like 0 less than 3. 0 less than 3 means condition is true. 0 less than 3 means condition true. So 0 less than 3 condition is true means inside loop will be printed first time. Okay. Counter equal to counter plus 1. Counter is like a I variable. I, you can take I also. Counter is a variable to count the, let me say, the iterations. Counter equal to counter plus 1. Counter is 1 now. So counter equal to 1 means it will check the while loop again. So counter equal to 1 means 1 less than 3 condition true again. So inside loop will be printed second time. Again counter equal to counter plus 1 means counter will be 2 now. 2 less than 3 condition is true. So condition is true means inside loop will be printed again. Now counter equal to counter plus 1 means counter equal to 3 now. 3 less than 3 may not be true, because 3 less than 3 condition is false, guys. So it will skip from else loop, it will printed inside else. It will printed like this. Okay. So this is the while else. So I'm just giving an easy example. Okay. Because if you are not familiar with secret like example, that's a real time example actually. So you can also do like this way. So for a better understanding purpose, I'm taking, even C and C++ who don't have this facility, the else statement should not be there in while or for loop. Okay. But here it's not. So this is the concepts. This is the notes I have prepared till now. So now the time is 6:50. Sorry guys, I have taken almost 20 minutes extra time. So thank you all of you. Stay home, stay safe. I will decide and which time is comfortable for me, and I will take accordingly. And I will take Sunday also. No, that's not an issue. Okay. But you have to be every day. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I forgot the feedback link. Sorry guys. Sorry. 1 minute. But I have to forward the notes to the who are submitting the assignment. That is the thought I am coming. Please guys, every day you should do. Okay. So if you are doing the exercises, assignment questions every day, I'm very happy. Okay. So then only I will also get the interest, right? So because some faculty are having invigilations. Okay. Some faculty are having the MSET invigilations, but they are also getting a lot of problems, right? 1 minute, boss. So I forwarded the feedback link to you in the chat box. So if you have any doubts, I will wait for a few minutes. You can ask me about the today classes. So hope everyone are fine. I will wait for a few minutes. If you have any doubts, please let me know. I think all the concepts of today are very clear. I think so. That's the reason no one is asking the question. But whoever are attending the classes here, okay, so they should all complete, not only prepare patterns. You can do lot of patterns because we have so many patterns. Okay, so please do. If you have any doubts in that also, you can ask, no problem.
Okay. So no students are asking any doubts today. So anyway, please complete the feedback form link around 7:15. Okay. I will forward the material after 7:15. Thank you, yes. So everybody is saying in the chat box, everything is clear. So I will end up the session. So stay home, stay safe, be happy always. Take care, guys.